the best advice I got when I got married was the fact that a happy marriage would depend on my willingness to say 3 little words on a regular basis, sometimes more often than once a day. And those 3 little words, I'm sorry, dear. And the reality is, because I still struggle with being selfish and self-centered and all the other self things, I'm sorry, dear are words that I have to say often. And in much the same way as that's true for someone who gets married, it's also true for somebody who calls themselves a Christian. Being baptized and entering into this faith is not an excuse to do whatever you want now, and it doesn't mean that now you're justified in all the things that you do. There are moments when the things that we say and the things that we do, they hurt other people. And once again, we need to say, I'm sorry. Now, in the gospel for this Sunday, Jesus lays out the procedure to follow when someone that you care about has done something to hurt you, has done something that maybe might be scandalous to others, and they aren't ready to say, I'm sorry. And spoiler alert, none of them involve going on social media. It begins by going to the person privately and expressing to them what it is that they've done that you find difficult, hurtful, or scandalous. Allowing them to explain themselves, hopefully allowing themselves to make amends, to reconcile them, to say those 3 words that matter so much. I'm sorry, dear, or friend, or whatever it might be. And if their response is what we often tend to do, and that is to get defensive or to try and explain ourselves, then it's still not to go on social media. It's to go and bring someone else with you, someone else who also cares for them, who also loves them, who also has some sort of a relationship with them. And again, expressing your concern. And only after going on your own and going with someone else has failed to help them correct their behavior, do you take it to some sort of an authority? In this case, it's saying go to the church. Now, that doesn't mean, phone up Pope Francis and say, hey, Pope Francis, can you believe what Mike Landry just did? We're still to speak to them from a loving heart and if possible, to maintain that relationship. Because ultimately, the goal is not to be right or to get our own way, but to win their soul.